Kurma is one of the 10 avatars of the Hindu god Vishnu, who incarnated as Kurma, turtle, in Satya Yuga, to help devatas from Asuras. Lord Vishnu is the supreme and one of the principal deities of Hinduism. Vishnu is the protector in the Hindu trinity, that includes Brahma and Shiva. It is believed that Vishnu had 10 avatars, called avatars. Kurma avatar is one of the 10 avatars. According to legend, Indra, king of the gods, once disrespected the precious material given by sage Durvasa, by the arrogance of his power. Durvasa once presented a garland to Indra. He put the garland gifted by Durvasa on Airavat, the elephant's head. The elephant happened to throw the garland on the ground. Seeing this, Durvasa was enraged, and he cursed Indra that his entire kingdom be destroyed. Due to this curse, the gods lost their strength, sharpness, and majesty, and became very weak. In such case, the Asuras attacked the gods, and defeated and captured the heaven. At last, the Devas went to Brahma. Brahma advised the Devas to take refuge in Lord Vishnu. As advised, the Devas approached Lord Vishnu, and requested his guidance. Vishnu announced that, you need to extract the Amrita, or the nectar of immortality. The ocean needed to be churned. On churning, Amrita or nectar would be produced. That nectar would help the Devas to be immortal, and in this way, the Devas would get triumph over the Asuras. Lord Vishnu said, use Mount Mandara as a churning stick, and Vasuki, king of snakes, as a rope. Churn the ocean, and you will get the nectar. Lord Vishnu warned the Devas, not to be carried away by greed when the things came out of the ocean, and that to only distribute the nectar among themselves. The Devas were also assured that the nectar would not be taken away by the Asuras. He replied, go to Bali, king of Asuras, and get his cooperation. Indra and the Devas went to Bali, and suggested by churning the ocean of milk, we will get the nectar to help us achieve immortality. Without wasting much time, the Asuras and the Devas decided to start immediately. The Devas and the Asuras together uprooted Mount Mandara. Unfortunately, the mountain was so heavy, that it fell and crushed many of them. Lord Vishnu arrived on the back of Garuda, who was his vehicle, or Vahana. He then raised Mandara and placed it on Garuda, who flew it to the ocean shore. With the arrival of Vasuki, the Devas and Asuras wrapped the king of snakes around Mandara, and began churning the ocean. Mount Mandara, with no support on the water, sank to the bottom of the sea. The Devas again prayed to Lord Vishnu, who took the form of a gigantic tortoise. Thus, Kurma avatar was born. With his magnificent strength, he carried the mountain on his back, and brought it back to the surface of the water. The first thing to come from the ocean was a deadly poison known as hala hala. Unable to breathe, or see through the fumes emitting from the poison, the Devas went to the abode of Lord Shiva. Shiva swallowed the poison, and thus became his neck blue in color. This event made Shiva to be known as Nilkanta. Eventually, he cleared the ocean of the poison, and the Devas and Asuras began churning again. As they continued churning, more things came out of the ocean. First came Surbi, or Kamadhanu, the cow that produced anything the owner desired. She was given as a gift to Vasistha by Vishnu. Bali took a white horse, while Indra took the four-tusked elephant named Airavata. More items and beings emerged from the ocean, including gemstones, apsaras, etc. Then emerged goddess Lakshmi from the ocean. The sight of her dazzled everyone. Goddess Lakshmi chose Lord Vishnu for her husband. Finally, from the ocean Dhanvantari, the god of medicine. In his hand was a huge pot filled with the Amrita. As soon as the Asuras saw the pot, they snatched it, and began fighting among themselves. On seeing this, the Devas once again pleaded Vishnu to help them. This is when Vishnu took the form of Mohini, the eternal beauty of woman. The Asuras were so attracted by her charm, that they handed over the pot of nectar to Mohini, as asked by her. Mohini had assured the Asuras that, if they entrusted her with the pot, she would equally distribute the nectar among all. As asked, both Devas and Asuras waited for Mohini to distribute the nectar. Mohini started with Devas, and got over even before the Asuras' turn could come. This enraged the Asuras, and they declared war on the Devas. The battle took place on the seashore and it was won by the Devas, as they had the nectar of immortality. Thus concluded the Kurma avatar, where Lord Vishnu helped the Devas defeated the Asuras, and regain their lost powers.